Hi guys, just a quick message to let you know that if you recently gotten any messages from me on Instagram offering readings, please note that those are scammers. Block and report them. I did not send those out. Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Bless Lily here with another pick a card reading, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at what sort of reality you guys are creating with your intentions, with your actions and your thoughts. We're going to be taking a look at the House of Money, which is going to talk about your business, going to be talking about your abundance, your job. We're going to be taking a look at the House of Love, which is going to be talking about your love and your relationships, and we're going to be taking a look at the House of Self, which is about spirituality, self-actualization, growth, and so on. So for today's reading, we're going to have three options. This is option number 1 with the clear quartz wand over here. This is option number 2 with the selenite. And this is option number 3 with the green fluorite wand. So go ahead, take a deep centering breath in, see which crystal you're mostly drawn to. If you need a bit more time, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, hi and welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and take a look at what reality you guys are manifesting. So like I was saying before in the intro, in case you guys missed it, we're going to be taking a look at 3 houses, 3 major aspects of your life. So it's going to be the House of Money, the House of Love, and the House of Self. So let's go ahead and take a look at what reality you guys are manifesting, what reality you are creating now with your thoughts, with your actions. If it's going to be something that you don't like, if it's something that's not going to be aligned with you, you can always take steps to make necessary adjustments, because I'm just going to be reading the energies as they come. It is not my intention to sugarcoat things. I will tell it as it is. Alright darlings, let's go ahead and take a look. So we have the House of Money, the House of Love, and the House of Self. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys are currently manifesting when it comes to money, career, finances, abundance. Nice. Nice. Straight away, the 6 of Pentacles. Investment, help, more opportunities. You're creating a reality where you are going to be able to allow yourself to get the necessary help, and you're also going to receive the necessary help. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. I want to pull a couple more cards. Let's expand this. There's this energy of fairness, the energy of being able to give, the give and take, feeling like you're in balance, feeling like you guys are in a place where you feel that what you get for what you do is enough. Like you're happy with the amount of money that you're getting, you're happy with the amounts of work that you're putting in. It's balanced. Let's get more details. Okay, so for quite a few of you, what's interesting, option number 1, promotion is indicated, or it could even be that you decide to embark on your own adventure. It does look, there's a lot of energy of leadership is coming through over here. The King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a lot of energy of doing your own thing, being your own boss, and having a lot of fun doing it. I really like that. And also getting support. Support with finances, support with, contacts, support with any legal information that you might require, support with, any administrative. There's a lot of energy of being inspired when it comes to your finances, a lot of energy of being driven, a lot of ambition. So it's almost like you guys are going to, I don't know if you're thinking about it at this particular moment, maybe leaving your 9 to 5 and starting fresh, or changing your career, or maybe you're on the lookout for something that's really going to feel like it's yours. And the energies that are coming through over here are very, very positive, guys. Because it does look like you're going to find whatever it is that you're looking for. So a lot of you, for option number 1, you chose not to settle, and it's like this reward that you're going to get for choosing not to settle. And to be honest with you, I haven't seen the other cards yet, but the vibe that I'm getting from you, option number 1, is that you have either gone through some sort of transformation or just this state of mind where you're like, I'm not settling for anything anymore. I'm not settling for like low vibrational energies. I'm not settling for like shitty jobs. I'm not settling for relationships where I'm not respected. It's this sort of vibe, okay? This is like girl boss or boy boss. This is going forwards. Willpower. And what I really like about this is that you are going to achieve this. There's this sense of achievement that's coming through very strongly. It's not that it was given to you. It's not that it was like a gift. It's something that you earned. So you're creating this willpower. I don't know if you're creating a list, or if you guys have been reading something or incorporating some sort of strategy maybe that you learned from somebody you admire, okay, or somebody who inspires you. But it's this like day in and day out, day in and day out. It's about consistency. And it's about constant belief in yourself. Yeah, see, it's very much about finding. So those of you, you know, there's a saying, those who seek will find. So for a lot of you, this is about very much about finding what is truly yours, your true calling, something that sets your beautiful soul on fire, something that makes you get out of bed, something that makes you want to go that extra mile. But I also do see that you will be getting quite a lot of people interested in your endeavor. So especially if you guys are doing things like YouTube channels, starting your own thing, starting your own business, helping out, or trying to get people interested in maybe supporting your cause, your charity, your vision. There's definitely this vibe where you're going to be convincing, because there's a charisma, lots of charm coming through. So I feel a lot of you guys are very charismatic, and you guys are able to convince a lot of people to maybe invest or collaborate with you. So there's a lot of energy of finding, and look at how happy she is. She honestly found, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, but like it's this energy of finding something that truly makes you happy, something that truly makes you comfortable, and of course, definitely something that brings you money. All right, let's move on to love. What's the House of Love going to tell us? What reality are you creating in love? Okay, let's dive into this one, guys. Love needs adjustments. Love definitely needs work. Let's see when the Ace of Swords is in reverse. There's a lot of unclarity. There's a lot of, are you not paying attention? It's almost like all your focus is going somewhere else. Sometimes being too critical of yourself, of others. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what you're creating when it comes to love. Yeah. So for some of you, if you are in a relationship or a situationship right now, it looks like you are going to be fed up with the BS. You're going to be fed up with the inconsistency. You're going to be fed up, and it's like you're just going to cut things off with people who are literally like vampires. I'm getting energy vampires. But for some of you, they're saying, like they're coming through and they're saying, for some of you, you might be going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Let's get a clarification on this Tower. So for some of you, they're telling me that it's this vibe where you're going to feel a little bit disappointed. A little bit disappointed with people, with, you know, the same sex, opposite sex, whichever sex you're attracted to. Let's see why. Why are you creating this reality? What is it that you need to adjust? What is it that you need to do? Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, like they're giving me a workaholic vibe. They're giving me a workaholic vibe where you might be creating a reality where you're going to be focusing too much on the money, too much on the job, too much on, it's almost like maybe a lot of you guys are already disappointed when it comes to love. Maybe a lot of you are like, oh, you know what, it's just not going to happen. And then deep down you're thinking somebody's going to come through and try to make you change your mind. But the thing is, like, your thoughts are so powerful that you're literally telling the universe what it is that you want. Telling the universe, show me that relationships are full of BS. Show me that people are like, do you know what I mean? Because when we believe something really strongly, we tend to want to seek out confirmation rather than information that's going to show us the opposite. And because you are so powerful when it comes to manifesting, and because, like I said at the beginning, you're not willing to settle, instead of trying to see the person for who they are, you tend to sometimes focus too much on their negatives. Because we all have our negatives and our positives. And they're saying that you need to, it's almost like you really need to see the truth. That there are people around you who are worthy, but sometimes you're just not giving people a chance. Because you're so fed up with what happened in the past, you're so fed up with people's BS that you want somebody to come through almost perfect. And of course that's not possible. And you're like, well, I'm gonna wait for this perfect person, and somebody comes up and you're like, okay, well, I think this is it. And then you get disappointed because your mind looks for those things that you might think are wrong with them. And like I was saying, maybe being a little bit too critical. See, again, there's a lot about prosperity, there's a lot about money. So maybe you're looking at people from a sense of how they can contribute to your well-being, or vice versa. Maybe you're focusing a little bit too much on the outer attributes. But interesting, they're saying that you might end up meeting somebody while traveling. Because there's this energy of travel over here, the energy of travel over here. Some of you might actually go on like journeys to find this love, to find this particular person. So when it comes to love, the advice here is, like I said, to think maybe like maybe you're being too harsh with people, or maybe you're being too harsh with yourself, and maybe you're hiding this need for intimacy, or this need to work on learning how to accept others behind making a lot of money and working, creating over time maybe. Okay, let's take a look at the house of self. Your spirituality, your self-actualization. Beautiful. Beautiful. The sun. It looks like option number one. It looks like you literally decided, you know what, I'm going to focus on myself and I'm going to make money. But when we're looking at your house of love, then you need to focus a little bit more. It's almost like all of the energy is going in these two aspects. Okay, let's dig a little deeper with the house of self. What reality are you creating when it comes to your spirituality? Ooh, nice. Creating this boss energy, creating abundance. Like option number one, you're very much about abundance. You're very much about feeling stable. You're very much about relying on yourself. It could be that a lot of people let you down and now you feel like you are the only person that you can rely on. And you find it incredibly hard to trust somebody. Incredibly hard to trust somebody. Sometimes you don't even trust yourself. But mostly it's other people. And when it comes to being vulnerable, when it comes to being open with somebody, you tend to shut off. But with the Emperor, this is very much about finding yourself. This is being egoistic, but in a healthy way. This is being self-centered, but in a healthy way. This is about learning about your abilities. Learning how to get up after a fall, learning how to carry on. And lots of you guys could be perfectionists over here. And I'm hearing like my way or the highway. And it does look like you're learning the ins and outs of life, that it doesn't always work that way. Learning to be more flexible, more adaptable. But overall, a very optimistic energy, a very optimistic vibe. That you are creating a reality where you can depend on yourself and feel good, and everything else that comes, it's like an extra. Walking away, learning when to walk away, learning not to suffer, learning not to put up again with BS. Your whole reading, option number one, it's just this, like, you know, a big sign, not settling. Not settling. Like, I do not settle for anything less than. And this is the reality you're creating, where you're no longer staying where you're not feeling fulfilled, where you're not feeling satisfied. It might, for some of you, might involve actually leaving a particular place where you could be at this particular moment. Could be a house, it could be your parents' house, it could be a job. Of course, with the Emperor, this does usually talk about, again, starting something that's yours, starting something afresh, starting something anew. Having a plan, having a long-term plan, having a long-term strategy, and learning that you can do it. Some of you could be dealing with inner child work. Your inner child work needs some attention over here. And yeah, another word of advice from the cards for you, option number one, when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your house of self, is that sometimes you tend to withdraw too much. The Hermit, when it's in reverse, it becomes toxic. It becomes the energy where you isolate yourself way too much, where you become too isolated, when you become too withdrawn. When instead of finding a way out, you tend to go deeper into the labyrinth of your mind, of your soul. Do you see what I mean? It's like you're wandering, and then you start getting aggressive. Then you start getting angry because you can't find a way out. And you start getting confused, and then this whole thing might be just like, you know, it's like being pulled in different directions. So for you, it's very much about balance. But with the Sun, it does look like you guys are creating a reality where you guys are going to be much more positive, with a lot more joy in your life. See, new beginnings came in reverse, and I'm going to turn it for you because it does look like you guys are up for new beginnings. It does look like you are looking for this energy of new beginnings. But when the Hermit is in reverse, it does very much talk about, you know, being lost in the labyrinth of your inner self. Because when the Hermit is upright, it's about finding a way out. It's about looking for answers. It's about progression. So don't be toxic to yourself. And it looks like this is what you're learning. This is what you're trying to manifest, how to stop being toxic to yourself. And again, blessings. You tend to block your own blessings. Blessings are coming here nonetheless. Blessings are coming here nonetheless. So quite a few changes when it comes to the way that you see the world, the way that you get answers and the way that you get help. From the world, from the people. Very interesting. Alright, lovely option number 1. I think I'm going to end your reading here. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. For personal readings, you could always email me. My email is in the description box below, so is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Make sure to check it out. Take good care of your amazing selves. Bye. Option number 2. Hi and welcome. Let's go ahead and get a good look at your energies. Like I said in the intro, in case you guys missed it, we're going to be talking about the house of money. We're going to be talking about the house of love. And we're going to be talking about the house of self. So one deals with your career, your abundance, your hobbies, your prosperity. The other one deals with your love and relationships. And the third one deals with your spirituality, your self-actualization, self-esteem, and all things self-related. All right, option number 2. Like I was saying to option number 1, if there's something that, you know, is going to come out that is not going to feel aligned with you, it doesn't mean that you're not meant to hear it. It means that you can do things to adjust this, to bringing the necessary changes. But of course, if it doesn't resonate, then try out the other options. So this is the house of money. Let's go ahead and take a look at what reality you guys are manifesting when it comes to your career, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your abundance. Okay. Being withdrawn. Not really knowing, constantly thinking, and feeling restless. Okay, let's dig deeper. Why are you feeling restless? When it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career? Are you feeling like you can only count on you, or is this about disappointing someone? Yeah, okay, I see. I see. So with the Hangman coming through over here, this is very much about learning how to surrender. So you guys are manifesting a reality where you're going to be taking a look at your career, at your whole purpose very differently. Completely differently. Sometimes the Hangman also comes through as somebody who thinks that they can't make any changes to their life. Sometimes it comes through as somebody who might think that this is fate and I can't do anything. And what's interesting is the reality that you are creating, this energy is going to shift. The Hangman came through upright over here. So even though it's an energy of maybe not being able to move somewhere really quick, it's the energy of being able to see things differently, of learning that you don't have to live your life by somebody else's scenario. A lot of you are going to be realizing that what you've been doing for a very long time is not what you want, or what you've been doing for a very long time is no longer what you want, and that's absolutely fine. And this does talk very much about one of the lessons being of you learning that you can impact your life at any stage, at any age, in any situation. Yeah, you're going to be seeing how you were, or the people that were around you, how they were affecting you, taking away from yourself. This also does talk very much about manifesting, finally seeing the results of your manifestation, finally enjoying the money. And it's like this realization, this epiphany, because Hangman is very much about epiphany, and the Seven of Swords is very much about being caught red-handed, where you're going to realize what you've been doing in order for you not to feel this abundance, in order for you not to feel the control over your money. So for some of you it could be responsibility, for some of you it's fear of success. It's quite a few of you watching, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that I see you overcoming this. I see you being honest with yourself, and you're creating a reality where you're saying, this is enough. I'm taking control. I'm taking control, and I'm making the necessary actions towards prosperity. And for quite a few of you, you guys are going to get out of debt. You guys are going to get out, you're going to pay off your credit cards, your loans. Because when we're used to living a certain way and hanging out with certain people, because here comes the change. And you're afraid that when money comes, you will have to change. And people will start saying things about you. It's a very subconscious thing, and it's absolutely normal. A lot of people have this fear. But for you, option number 2, there's a lot of clearing. You're creating subconsciously, and maybe without even realizing, you're creating a lot of clearing, especially since you picked selenite. Selenite isn't one of the few crystals that doesn't need clearing. It just has this beautiful energy where it is used to clear other crystals' energy, or even whatever else's energy. I use it to clear out the energy of the cards after a long day of pick a card readings. But for you guys, you're going to be manifesting. You're finally going to be investing in you when it comes to money. Investing in you. A lot of you are going to be changing your career. A lot of you are going to be leaving the area that you currently find yourselves in. And investing in yourself. Investing, whether it's getting a new degree, whether it's getting necessary training. Some of you guys are going to be investing. Forgiveness. This does talk very much about forgiveness. Interesting. So the energy of holding a grudge is basically like putting a plug in the flow, okay? So what they're showing me is, with this epiphany and realizing that you have sort of been on a path of career and the path of trying to make money or trying to prove something to somebody, is saying, like, with forgiveness comes this freedom. You guys are going to free up this energetic flow of money when you're going to forgive. And I don't know what it is. For a lot of you, it could be different. It could be forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of parents, forgiveness of your significant other, forgiveness of, I don't know, your teachers, whoever stole from you. Maybe somebody, maybe for some of you, it could play out, somebody stole from you. Somebody stole your ideas, and you decided that you're not going back out there because, you know, F it, people are going to steal away from you. But here it's different. And it looks like with this forgiveness, you're actually freeing up a lot of this flow. And things are going to be coming in much, much easier. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the House of Love. What reality are you manifesting in love? It's this energy, guys, throughout, again, clearing. Some of you might be divorced. Some of you might have had a very difficult relationship where you felt like, I'm done. Some of you guys might even be widowed. And it's this vibe where you're creating a reality where you're turning the whole thing upside down, where you're getting epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Because the Queen of Swords, this is definitely not somebody who believes in love. The Queen of Swords, this is definitely not somebody who is ready for a warm, cozy, and cuddly relationship. But again, it looks like you're changing it. Something is going to set your soul on fire. The Ace of Wands come through. First and foremost, a lot of you guys are manifesting a reality, or are going to be manifesting a reality where you're okay with your sensuality and your sexuality. Where you are okay with it, when you're very comfortable with it, when you're not hiding yourself, you're not hiding your desires. Because the Queen of Swords, this could sometimes also play out as somebody who hasn't had an intimate contact with somebody for a very long time. There's a lot of energy of like maybe being sexually frustrated, or being with partners who tend to be maybe selfish. And it looks like you're creating this reality where you're going to get yours. And you're going to become this, like it's this vibe where you're going to be very much like, you know, this sweet energy. You know, when people are just being attracted to you, when people are like noticing you, when people are flirting with you. So going from this Queen of Swords that you might be at the moment, or the way that maybe people perceive you, because sometimes people perceive us very differently to ourselves. And the energies that I'm getting here, it's, well, it's 50-50 in all honesty. But sometimes people see us when we're hurting, but because we have this mask on, they see us as cold, they see us as prickly, they see us as somebody who, you know, if they come up to you, somebody who's gonna bite their head off. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but it's their perception. Because here, you guys tend to be protecting yourself. Okay, let's see. Are you manifesting true love? Are you creating a reality where there's going to be true love? Option number 2. Transformation. Very much like option number 1. You're creating you tend to go very deeply. I don't know why. It's very interesting. Love is such a big thing where people are afraid of it, of the true love. Not of infatuation, but of true love. And it does look again like you guys are going to be going through some sort of an ending, some sort of transformation, and opening yourself up energetically. Because you have been alone for a very long time, or felt like you've been alone for a very long time. Some of you guys might get out of codependent relationships. a lot of shadow healing, a lot of healing of your shadow aspects, and then having to be patient. Using your intuition here when it comes to love. Love needs adjustments here. But again, I keep seeing that you guys are clearing out the whole closet. You guys are making very profound changes that are, of course, going to be affecting your love life as well. You might be meeting somebody through career. You might be working with somebody who, see. Your spirit guides are going to guide you towards love. They're saying, don't worry. Your spirit guides are going to guide you towards love. You are going to be getting your blessings. So for quite a few of you guys are creating a very spiritual relationship that's going to help you overcome any codependent energies. Number 8 might be important here, inner strength. And yeah, quite a few of you could be finding your love through career. All right, let's go ahead and take a look what the House of Self has to tell us. Dealing with your emotions. Yeah, option number 2, it looks like a lot of clearing, a lot of energy clearing, a lot of digging deep. Some of you might even be working on past life karma. Here we go. I see. It all starts to make sense now. What's interesting is you guys are meant to have a family. You guys are meant to have children, if you want children. You guys are meant to experience love. And you've been all out of sorts here with the King of Cups being in reverse and the Two of Pentacles being in reverse, thinking that you can't have both. Or for some reason, there's this energy where you just didn't believe that this is something that's for you, or you still might not believe that's something that's for you. And your main focus is your spirituality. For option number 1, it was very much about money, about abundance. But for you, what I'm picking up when it comes to energies is that you are meant to work through a lot of ancestral trauma. You guys are meant to work through a lot of blocks for happiness. See, the Lovers, but learning how to make decisions. Making decisions based on your heart. You're meant to find your soulmate in this life. Your twin flame, your soulmate, your significant other, however you want to call them. And you're doing a lot of spiritual work, you're doing a lot of inner work to bring this. Because I feel for quite a few of you, maybe like your parents, your grandparents, your great-great-great-parents, there's this like energy of maybe not, like a history of unhealthy and unhappy relationships. Maybe this could also be talking about arranged marriages. Or marriages that were, you know, between a narcissist and an empath. And you are coming through to take care of that. To bring some love into your life. That's why the House of Self and the House of Love is so different to the energy that I'm seeing here. Because it's almost like you guys are already doing the necessary changes. You're already seeing that if you don't make any changes, then you're not going to live your life. You're not going to live a happy life. And it looks like you're working through things, you're working through blocks, you're working through ancestral trauma to bring love, to bring happy families, to bring healthy relationships, to make decisions based on what you want, to create a heart connection. And I feel that option number 2, if I did this reading for you a couple of months from now, then these energies are going to be very different. Because you do have a lot on your plate. The forgiveness, the career, the spirituality, learning to wait, learning to be patient, learning to communicate with your spirit guides, learning to overcome your shadow, learning to accept your body, learning to like deal with shame, learning like wow. It's like the level of difficulty, you know, when you're playing a game and you're choosing the level, it's like you guys are way up there. But you are transforming your life. You are really transforming your life. And a lot of healing being indicated. A lot of healing. So it looks like you guys are gathering a lot of information when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to the house of self. Learning the truth, bringing the clarity in. Some of you guys might be quite spiritual. Some of you guys might work with, I'm hearing scribing. For some of you guys, you might literally work with a crystal ball. You might be psychic. But this is very much about learning the truth about yourself, about your family, and about the possibilities. Option number 2, you got it. You got it. Keep going, keep changing. You're in a period of transformation, a massive transformation. And this transformation, the work that you do is going to affect a lot of generations. Not just you. Your great-grandchildren will really thank you. Alright, option number 2, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it resonated. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming readings. If you would like a personal reading, you could always email me. My email is in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts and much more. Make sure to check it out. Alright, option number 2, take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reality that you guys are manifesting. Like I was saying to options number 1 and 2, there's no sugarcoating here. If there's something that you guys aren't going to like, aren't going to be aligned with, there's always something that you can change. Or you can pick another option. We're going to be taking a look at 3 main aspects of your life. The house of money, where we're going to be taking a look at what reality you guys are manifesting when it comes to your abundance, to your business, to your money, your prosperity. We're going to be taking a look at the house of love, where we're going to be seeing the energies that you are creating when it comes to relationships, to family, to love life. And we're going to be taking a look at the house of self, when it comes to your spirituality, your self-awareness, and everything that has self in it. Self-actualization, self-acceptance. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. House of money, main energies, house of love, and house of self. Let's take a look. House of money, what reality are you manifesting? You're manifesting a place where you will learn how to work with other people, especially when it comes to your family. And I don't mean work necessarily work in the same place, but work energy-wise. Because it is usually when the divine feminine comes together with divine masculine, they tend to give each other what they might be lacking, okay? They tend to give each other this energy for growth, for support, for involvement. So usually in a very traditional sense, a woman helps man achieve status, achieve money. A man helps woman achieve her like explore her sexuality, sensuality, open her up as a woman, you know, so that she can get more, even more beautiful, if she can become even more divine, if you will. Okay, there's like this give and take. It's give and take. It can sometimes like also be referring to same-sex relationships. There's always this divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, but they're saying that you are going to be achieving success, especially when it comes to recognition. Quite a few of you might be thinking about career in the public eye, whether it's something artistic, whether it's something to do with the internet. Some of you guys we're talking about somebody in the medical field, research, agriculture. And they are saying that for quite a few of you, it could even be that you will be getting your money through your partner. And you're going to be cool with that. You're going to bring, it's almost like I was saying at the beginning of your reading, that you give the inspiration, you give the energy that your partner needs to bring in the money. And it's going to be okay with both of you. For some of you, I am seeing a career in the public eye, but again, it's almost like this is going to flourish when you are going to be feeling the support of your family, when you are going to be feeling the support of your significant other, of your children, of your friends. Because one of the life lessons for you in this incarnation is to find your soul tribe. It's to find somebody who is going to have your back through thick and thin. And it's almost like maybe you have been doing it or trying to do it all by yourself, and it hasn't been working out or hasn't been reaching its full potential. It doesn't mean that you can't do something by yourself. It means that you can do more with help and support from other people. Because again, for you, option number 3, this is very much about finding, from what I can sense, even from these cards, it's very much about finding your soul tribe. You are trying to manifest a reality where you're not by yourself, where you're part of a beautiful soul tribe. You could be going into business with your family. Yeah, some of you have a career in singing over here. Some of you have a career in public speaking. Judgment talks very much about ascension, so for a lot of you there's a very big promotion coming up. A very high chance of being recognized and worshipped and looked up to. If you're not into arts, this could also be an indication again of like managing a team, managing people, bringing people together, maybe working on a radio, working on a TV show, but definitely having a large influence. And that's interesting with the World and the Temperance, they keep saying that if you only do it one-sided, if you don't pay attention to your need for love, or if you don't address the need for appreciation, need for love, then it's not going to grow as big as it can. But quite a few of you, you're here, you're meant to have quite a lot of influence on other people. And you're manifesting a reality where there's this vibe where people need you. I wouldn't say they hang on to your every word, but I would say that they definitely respect what you have to say, and they might see you as a conduit of spirit, if you will. Love. See, you guys are very much about love. So maybe when it comes to your house of work, you're meant to do something that might even sometimes not get paid straight away, or might not get, do you see what I mean? Or it might have something to do with very much love and values and family. For some of you, they're saying like your main job is loving. loving your husband, loving your wife, loving your kids, showing love. And other people helping you out, whether it's through donations, whether it's through subscriptions, whether it's through ads. You know, this does give me a lot of like vibe of communicating with a large amount of people. And finding love. Oh, they're laughing. They're laughing. They're saying the main thing is to find love, option number 3. Money will come. Abundance will come. Through love. They keep saying it's through love that you are going to find stability when it comes to financial situations. It's through love that you're going to find money, that you're going to attract money. Did I just see good luck there? Did I just see a black cat across the deck? Okay. I'm doing good. Strength and home. Interesting. Not one pentacle, not one work or career or like related card when it comes to money. So maybe money itself doesn't play such a big role for you this particular time, or you're manifesting a reality where you're not going to worry about money at all. This is what I'm getting for you, option number 1. You're not going to even think about money. You're going to be thinking about creativity. You're going to be thinking about your true calling. You're going to be helping people find their calling, find their love, create a lot of loving relationships. And I feel again, it's almost like because the universe is going to have your back. So some of you might be working from home or be a homemaker. Some of you guys could go into maybe real estate or decoration, design, things like this. But you're definitely creating a reality where you're not worrying about money. Let me put it this way. Definitely not worrying about money. Finding something that you love doing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your love. Is there any love left in the love house? All right, let's see what this Knight of Pentacles is trying to tell us over here. Maybe you've been feeling stuck in relationships that didn't lead to anything serious. Youthful energies, maybe sometimes dealing with some immature people. And it looks like there's a fresh new perspective coming through on that one, yeah. There's going to be a shift in your perception. A shift in your perception where something that you found attractive before, like an F-boy vibe, you're not gonna fall for that anymore. Like honestly, you're just creating a reality where your tastes are very different. Where you focus more on how the person makes you feel. Where you focus more on how they act, rather than what they promise, or rather than what their Instagram picture looks like. Some of you are creating, if you're in a situationship, you are creating this clarity. Some of you guys might be finding something out that might cause you to separate or to move on, or you're just going to end up being tired of trying, of like being the one who tries all of the time. Because the Knight of Pentacles, when it comes to relationship, this is like somebody who's moving very slow, who doesn't want to commit, who's comfortable with the situation, who's not ready to grow up, and you're like, I'm done with this, bye. Dealing with fear of commitment. Maybe it's you, maybe it's them, maybe you guys don't want to have children, maybe you like used to attract people who are not ready to commit, who are not ready to have children, to have family. Putting an end to constantly being sad, to constantly thinking that like there has to be drama. Or that there has to constantly be somebody you're missing, or there constantly has to be somebody you doubt. No. Like you're creating like some good and mature relationships over here. People are going to fight over you, literally. People are going to fight over you. But you're also creating a place energetically where you can become the Empress. Not the Empress in reverse, where you don't fully understand your potential, where you don't fully understand your abilities. Healing, a lot of healing. All three options today with love. I don't know what it is, guys. I think it's just like a general energy where in love a lot of us need a lot of healing, a lot of new fresh perspective. Moving forward, you're creating a relationship here. A relationship with the person you're attracting, your twin, you're attracting your soulmate. You're creating a relationship where you both want the same thing, where you both headed in the right direction, in the same direction. Okay, it might not be right direction, but in the same direction. Where you don't have to play tug and pull, where you don't have to compete with one another, where you become a team. Not when you play those power games, who's more powerful, who's got, more power, who's got more pull in the relationship. No. It's about being a team with the Chariot. It's about, creating relationship where the other person is happy when you win, not jealous or doesn't downplay your wins, and vice versa. Some of you might have animal spirit guides. Some of you guys might meet your person. Interesting. They're actually showing me like an avatar picture with some sort of animal on it. Could be as a sign. You're manifesting an animal lover because it shows you like what kind of person it is. A strong connection to animals and family. Look at this. Maybe you literally are finding your wolf pack. You're manifesting this family. You're manifesting a family, you're manifesting the dog, the whole shebang. I'm not even going to ruin that. I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave the love house the way that it is. Through all of this energy coming to family, manifesting children. Let's take a look at the house of self. What reality are you manifesting when it comes to the house of self? Fighting fears. Nice. Let's dig deeper. Coming out of your shell. not being afraid to be hurt, not letting the pain from the past stop you. Fighting the fear of making decisions, making quick decisions. Not letting anything, like not letting analysis become paralysis. Making fast decisions. Even if sometimes they lead to the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. Learning to own up, learning to have your responsibility. Learning to see your responsibility when it comes to you suffering. Not pointing fingers, but seeing how you affected this as well. How you were a part of this situation. It of course is very different, but it's very much about letting go of the fear of messing up and letting go of the fear of being hurt again. Some of you might have been told that you can't have a family, that you can't give birth, that maybe you're not fertile. This could be changed. This could be changed. And they're telling me, I don't usually focus on health, but here it's coming through very strongly. And that for some of you are actually manifesting a reality where you're going to be able to give birth. For some of you it's adoption. And you are creating a reality where you're going to see your worth. There's a strong connection to the divine over here, strong connection to spirit, strong connection to your inner god or goddess, whichever deity you associate with, or deities. You're pulling a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge into your energy field. You're pulling in a lot of people who can give you some good and valuable advice that you can use. Not just any old BS, but really valuable advice. Exploring your talents. Quite a few of you are, again, because you don't see your worth, you don't see a lot of talents. And it looks like you're manifesting a lot of people who are going to be coming through, and they're going to point you in the direction of your talents. They're going to bring them out. They're going to shed the light on them. They say, listen, do you know that you're very good at this? Or do you know that this was brilliant? Or somebody loved this, or somebody loved that. And you're going to be rediscovering yourself when it comes to your talents, to your abilities, and to your worth. I'm just going to show you this, okay? So that you just understand the magic, you understand the energy. As I was just talking about talents, the talent card comes through. Because you're that talented. You're that good that you get 2 cards for talent. And this is going to be opening a lot more doors for you. When it comes to career, when it comes to money. When it comes to recognition. Learning how to be okay with people not liking you, with people critiquing you. Because that happens as well, that happens too. There's no way around it. And still doing your thing. Going forwards regardless. Finding your freedom. Finding your amazing freedom. Freedom of expression. Freedom to move however you want to move. freedom to say whatever it is you want to say, freedom to dress however you want to dress, and being okay with people not being okay with it. Some people. And being okay with some people being okay with it. See? You started with setting free. You ending it with setting yourself free. So very interesting reading for you, option number 3. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it resonated with your beautiful selves. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. If you guys are up for a personal reading, all you have to do is send me an email. The email is in the description box of this video. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Make sure to check it out. Take good care of your amazing selves now, guys. Keep safe. Bye.